everybody, this is your boy DrkBLADExx, ex of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for DCO. What's going on? What's good with you, pimp? Let's get into it. If you're like me, you realize early on that this free-to-play game is free, up to a point, and that point being the end of a dollar sign. To the same extent, you have to, spend a little to get past that point. And if you're anything like me, you realize this game can get a little boring when you do the same thing day in and day out. Content? Yeah, sure, but that's not what I mean. I mean, well, you. Playing your character day after day after day. Sometimes you want to spice things up. For me, and I'm sure others, that means extra characters. I don't know anyone who only has one character. I truly do not, and I mean that. I don't know anyone who only has one character. I do, however, know many people who have more than one character, but choose to focus mainly or solely or only on one character. That's the difference right there. For me, I simply can't do that. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. For me, and I'm sure a few others, having just one character is too boring. Way too boring. And unlike a lot of people, 6 is not enough for me either. Long story short, I have over 30 characters. Over 30 characters. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I will show you what I mean real quick. I have over 30 characters. 2 accounts, over 30 characters. I can't show you the other account because the video, for some reason on PSN, I don't know why you guys did that, it doesn't show one set. Well, how can I explain it? Okay, as you see right there, it says 29 and 29, right? Okay, so I have over 30 characters. 2 accounts. For some reason, pictures, images, things like that are on one account, even though it's on the same console, cannot be seen on a different account. So I take a picture, it's not going to show up on this side where I'm doing my actual video. So, yeah. If I want to put them together, I have to port it to a PC. I don't actually own a PC, so it's a little bit out of my way to go about using one. Now, my brother has one, but like I said, I have to go out of my way. Which I'm not doing. Not gonna happen. I don't get bored anymore. Like, I really don't get bored anymore. However, every player that has alts has a main. And usually the goal with main characters, or even with alts for that matter, is to bring everybody up to the same level of quality. For instance, you have the alts, you want to bring them up to the same level of quality as your main. That means getting your gear up, getting your CR up, getting your loadout right, getting your rotation correct, getting your skill up, and then getting your skill points, aka SP up. Now notice I said a little difference between skill and skill points, but that's a whole different issue, or that's not what this video is about. Anyway, if you're like me, you're not going to settle for playing a character that has dismal SP, when your main's sitting around 150, or even 200, or even 300, or even, well actually I can only go up about another 7 or 8 points, so yeah, we'll stop there. But you see what I'm getting at. You're going to want to get your SP up. There are many ways of doing this right now. Simply by just replaying content and hunting for feats. The same way you got them originally. Yeah, it takes some time, but it won't be that hard because you've already accomplished it. So, in other words, you know what to expect, and you know what to do now going forward, which makes the process a little bit more easier. There's really no thought process anymore. Now, give or take certain feats, it should be much easier now to go about it. And it's free. However, there is another way of doing it. The other way is through a new game process that was introduced a few years back, which I like to call feat account transfer. Some people just call it feat buying or skill point buying, but you call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it feat account transfer. That's what I'm calling it, so whatever. A feat account transfer is a process in which you take the feats that one of your characters have, which are on the same account. Now, notice that I said, feat account transfer. So it's let me start over. It's a process of where, mostly because I don't want you guys to confuse this, it's a process of all on one account, taking the feats you have on one character and transferring them to another character that you have on your account. Now, by transfer, I mean mostly just copying, not moving. You're not relocating or replacing. You're not moving anything. You're copying. For instance, one character has this feat. I copy it over to another character. So that, at the end of the day, all the characters have the same amount of SP. Which a lot of people who have a lot of characters do. Another way of saying it is this. Look at my CR. Or even better, let me show you my overall CR. Yep, there we go. Okay, so my overall CR, which is the combat rating one, not the equipped CR, is 113. With that CR, there is no way that I can do Phantom Zone, or do Darkseid's War Factory, or do Prison Break. Well, I wouldn't want to. Or do the new area, Gotham Under Siege, the one with the monster invasion zone. I can't even go over there, I can't do the new raid, I can't do the new alerts, new duos and solos, none of that. But I got the feats for them. Because of feat copying, pretty much. Any feat that I have on one character, I can copy to another character as long as they're on the same account. Now, by account, for instance, when I mean account, I mean like PlayStation Network. When you log into PlayStation Network, your characters are synced to your account. So, no matter what console I move to, when I move my username over to that console, my characters come with me. Or PC, where it's all your station name. Or I guess now it's just Daybreak account. But, it's like all the things tied to it. There. That's what I mean. So it's a easier, faster process, but it does involve you spending a little bit of money. Just a little bit. However, that little bit all depends on how much skill points you actually want to bring over. Trust me, and I fully believe this, once you get anywhere past 200 skill points, it becomes more of a... It kind of feels more like a pay-to-win type of situation. Mostly because that's a lot of money to get... That's a lot of money to get a lot of skill points. It's just... Oh, God. It's just like, oh, God. But anyway, I digress. As you can see from the title of this video is called Skill Points. How to buy them properly. There's many ways of going about it. There really is no wrong way of getting your skill points as far as like buying them or, transferring them or copying them, whatever you want to call it. There really is no wrong way of doing it. However, there are better ways of doing it. And by better, I mean financially better. Hear me out. If you go to your deeds menu, which is right here, then click on feats, you'll see a menu full of feats. Feats that you have, feats that you have yet to acquire, and feats that you can transfer over. But for instance, let me show you something real quick. Okay, we're gonna go down here. As you can see, these are all the feats that I've done with this character, or with other characters, you don't know which ones. Although I can pretty much tell you, yeah, these right here, crates, I have not done those with this character. And I haven't done these sodas with this character. These were all bought. Maybe... Actually, no, looking at them, no, I haven't done a single one of these with this character. Anyway, it's right here. This is the feat that I cannot buy. It tells me how much I have towards that, but I cannot buy it because I have not accomplished it on any other characters on this account. So this is a page that anybody that actually only has the one character, or a page that nobody has anything, you'll see something that looks just like this. For instance, if you don't have this feat, you're not going to see anything special with this page at all. But for those of you who actually have feats that other characters don't have, you'll see something kind of like this. Let's see, we're going to pick... you know what, that's a good one. We'll pick this one. Something like this. Alright, as you see, what's different now is on each feat, if you look over to the right side, you'll see there is a circle icon with a star in the middle of it, and then a 3. Alright, keep your mind on that. If you go over to inventory, the currency, you'll see that that is replay badges. Replay badges. These can be bought in the marketplace, or if you have a membership, you can use your loyalty points to become replay badges, either way. But it does take a little bit of money to do so. So, you have to use a little bit of money to get the feats you want. And sadly, anybody who's over 200, you know that is quite the headache. Oh, like, especially if you have more than a couple alts that need to get to that 200, that is some money right there. Man, that is some money. Like, $10 will get you about $350, right? And $350 is not enough. Oh god, it takes some money. Alright, but anyway, I digress. Let's go back to it. Alright. So this is the menu. Everybody knows this, so I'm not going to tell you guys anything new. When it comes to stars, or feat points in general, feats are associated into stars. You have your 1 star, your 2 star, your 3 star, and your 4 star. Right? Your 1 star is worth 10 points. As a matter of fact, I'm going to draw it up on the screen. So 1 star is 10 points. 2 star is 25 points. 3 star is 50 points, and 4 stars is 100 points. Now, the reason this is so significant and important is because I see at the bottom, I mean, not the bottom, I see at the top, it says, in the green bar up there at the top, it says, to next skill point. Then over to the right, it says, feat points 80 out of 100. Every time you reach 100 feat points, you earn a skill point, which is also why feats are so important. The more feats you get, the more SP, the more skill points you acquire. However, this is where things get a little bit tricky as far as, well, just from a financial standpoint. You could buy everything here till the cows come home, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, you could also save your money and still get everything at the same time. And I'm not talking about later, I'm talking about like nowish. There are some things that you just should not buy. Not because they're super easy to get, but just because, well, for the most part, it's a waste of replay badges. Let me try to explain what I mean. Okay, so, as we already said, the 1 star is 10 points, the 2 star is 25, the 3 star is 50, and the 4 star is 100. But let's draw some other prices on that. And please, bear with me. Alright, let's find one that has a 5. Bombshell. There we go. Alright, so, as I was saying, the 1 star is 10 feat points. The 2 star is 25 feat points. And the 3 star is 50 feat points. Which doesn't seem bad at first, but when you think of it from a financial level, some of these feats are best left unbought. Not just because they're easy, but financially, they're just left best unbought. You'll actually be spending more replay badges than you would otherwise. This is what I mean, and let's break it down. As you see on the screen, I got numbers. Let's go over this again. Okay, so the 1 star is 10 feat points, and that's worth 1 replay. The 2 star is worth 25 feat points, that's 3 replay. And the 3 star is worth 50 feat points, and it's 5 replays. Do you see how stuff's not adding up now? Okay, now we got it on the screen. Okay, so pretty much is this. If you were to get like 5 1 stars, that would equal up to, you know, 50 feat points, which is the same as getting a 3 star. Also, financially, it's the same. For instance, 1 star is 1 replay. If I were to buy 5 1 stars, that's essentially using 5 replays. And then you have the 3 star, which is 5 replays. They both equal out to being 50 feat points. However, the trouble comes when you talk about the 2 star. Now, a 2 star is 25 points. If I double that, I get 50. However, that's like saying that 2 stars equals 1 3 star. So two stars equals 1 3-star, which it does. It actually does if you look at it. Because 25 plus 25 equals 50, and the 3-star is the 50. So it equals out. However, financially, it doesn't. You see, the 2-star is worth 3 replays, and the 3-star is worth 5. If you double that up, that's 6 replay badges. 6 does not equal 5. You're actually spending an extra replay every time you buy 2 2-stars. So you're kind of like, wasting your coins eventually. So why it's completely safe and sound for you to buy the 1-star and the 3-stars, I'm going to advise avoiding at least some of the 2-stars, at least. Okay, for instance, we're on Bombshell, so alright. School of Hard Knocks. That's not hard to get. All you have to do is, well, not use a supercharge, not use any consumables. There's barrels inside of the actual instance of the boss fights that you can use that will not count as a consumable. Because it's not like you drink it, you smash it. So it doesn't count. So you can go ahead and smash the barrel if you want. You just can't use supercharges. So that's good. Then this, helping Indigo locate all of the corrupted sapphires. That's easy. Just find them and she brings them back to life. That's not hard at all. That's just like you just taking the time to walk. You're already walking through it. That's not hard. Now this one, somewhat of a difficulty, but not much. I don't even know if I call it a difficulty, actually. All you have to do is defeat a corrupted Hawk Girl, or Hawkwoman, whatever you want to call her, before the crystals kill Indigo 1. That's it. And if you take down the crystals, they can't attack her. Now, of course, they'll reform back up with the corruption, but if you just keep repeating, you'll beat them and save her. So that's not hard to do at all. And these are all 3-stars, which are really easy to get. So part of you is kind of like, I could buy them, or I could just be smart and just, don't worry about it. Just go back there and do it easy. Now, while I'm saying at the same time, there are some really, really ones that you might want to really consider actually buying. Yeah, I know I'm kind of counterproductive what I'm saying, but these feats are ones that are better left unbought. Just go out there and take your time, save your marks. And then there are some that, well, the way the game is now, you probably don't want to have to go through the hassle of doing some of these again. Especially with the way the DCO community is. Let's face it, when it comes to pug groups, you get what you pay for. You get what you ask for, pretty much. If you're going to pug stuff out, expect it to, well, be pretty much a it could happen, it could not type of feeling. It's kind of like, well, I'm not going to take it there. Let's just say you're in a pug group. People either know what they're doing or they're not, and you get what you ask for. Okay, for instance, here in Flash Museum's Burglary, we have Abandon All Hope and Trigon's Inferno. These feats, when this content was the top content, were definitely feats you didn't want to have to do again. So I 100% completely believe that if you got all those characters that need this feat, go ahead and just buy that shit over again. I completely agree with you. 100%. Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. Like, no way. Another one I could kind of say would be Demonless 2. And maybe Chasing the Bomb, just because of the awkwardness of the feat. It's not that it was hard, it's just awkward at times. Mostly it's, I kind of want to say, a little bit of chance to this feat, just a little bit of chance. But these 3 feats, I could definitely understand you want to rebuy them. However, currently now in the game, we're at CRs of like 191. Soon to be higher than that with the next gear we can get, and also the next DLC that's coming. As you guys may or may not know, we have the Starro event coming, and we have another DLC after that, so yeah. And another event, but that's seasonal, but so never mind that. But anyway, gear's gonna keep going up and up and up, which means some of these feats will be easy as heck to get. So yeah, Abandon All Hope. We're defeating Trigon after allowing him to gain at least 5 levels of, demonic energy. Very easy to get when you have higher CR, just because the survivability is easier and you can pretty much just nuke him right after the fact. Then there's Trigon's Inferno. where you have to try to, not let him gain any. Once again, you could just nuke him at higher CR levels, so it's something that you could probably just say, I'm not going to buy that feat. As you can see, I'm kind of like, I'm not going to buy that feat. Then there's Demonless. At the time, that was something that a lot of people would buy back over and over again. However, this still seems to be a feat that most people are trying to understand how to get, which I'll be making a video of because it's really simple when you think about it. Which is why I haven't bought the feat. I'm not gonna, yeah. Then again, I haven't bought a lot of feats in here that are easy to get, but whatever. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. Some things are just easy not to do. Then there are some that are hard. It all depends on where you're at and the content. As you guys know, the higher your CR, the easier fits will get. Now, when stats revamps hits, that's going to be something different. You're probably going to want to rebuy everything because fuck it. When stats revamps hit, there will be so much thing as I have a higher CR level. This is easier now. It's going to be like I have a higher CR level. That doesn't mean anything. I can still get killed by Weather Wizard out in Central City. Not Central City, but Weather Wizard out in Metro. I keep saying this in every video, but I'm not lying. Check the forums. On test server, and this was a couple months ago, so maybe it's changed, but I doubt that. There's no CR differential. So, somebody that was 174 was out in the open area in Metro on test server, ran into Weather Wizard, thought they were just going to dismerk him beyond with their day. They got killed by Weather Wizard. They got stretched, laid on the ground, stretched. Hey, like I said, when stats revamp comes, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for everybody because it's pretty much changing the game. But once you get used to it, I think everybody will be straight. But, until then, yeah. But anyway, some feats you're going to want to, for instance, these, where you have to worry not just about you, but about everybody else. Who's going to want to keep queuing this up over and over and over, trying to get this? No, I'm definitely not going to want to do that. The more I think about it, and I know it's easy to do, but the more I think about it, I'm like, fuck that. Matter of fact, boom, bot. Not going through that. Nope. And there's certain things like that you can do. Especially with the way the pugs are in this game. Now this one, Undying Corruption. This one is hard because you have to actually have a group that actually wants to do it. You see, Undying Corruption, that doesn't mean just not dying. That means everybody in your whole group getting this effect on them and living. Actually taking the time to make sure they get affected. Most people just want to burn your stuff, so it's more of an annoying feat than an actual hard one. It's just one of those feats that you have to have a group that actually wants to even try for it, so yeah, part of me just wants to buy this feat. Then there's this one, Uncorrupted. Pretty much go into here, kill everything. This is not a hard feat to get now because we have really high CRs, so you can pretty much just murk everything, make sure you don't touch anything, and you'll get the feat. Then again, if you're pugging this may not happen for you because, well, you get what you ask for when you pug. Like, yeah, looking for groups there for a reason. That's all I'm saying. First off, again, I want to apologize for the length of this video, but there's a lot of stuff I'm telling you. Some things that you know, but you just didn't think about, especially the later part in this video. So just bear with me. But for the most part, I hope you guys tuck in what I just said, because now I'm going to add on to that. Now, remember earlier when we were talking about the cost of replay badges and things like that? Like dollar amounts? Remember how we said that it's going to take a little bit of money if you wish to buy the replay badges to actually spend to get your feats? Depending on what system you're on, whether you're on the PlayStations, either the 3 or the 4, or you're on PC, or even the Xbox, it's going to cost you some cash if you want to actually, go out there and buy replay badges. Or you're going to have to use loyalty points to do it. But you can turn loyalty points into replays, which will cost you, subscription, or you can go ahead and just spend, you know, a couple of dollars here to turn that into replays. But the max amount of replays you can actually buy is 350 replays. Now 350 replays is about $10. Not 99, but you know what I mean. $10. So $10 equals 350 replays. Now keep that in mind. That's $10 right there. Do you guys know how much you can get out of that if you're going to use them all on getting feats? Now bear with me because we're about to throw up some numbers again. I want to break this down for you so you guys can see just how much you're spending. If you don't have a lot of feat points, this isn't going to hurt you at all. But if you're anywhere in the neighborhood like me or even higher than that, be prepared to spend some money. Unfortunately. Okay, so $10 is 350 replays. Now, let's say you just have the 350 replays, you don't have anything else. And let's just pretend, for the sake of pretending, that every single feat in this game is a 1-star. You can also go back and then do it for the 5 and 3, but for right now, just bear with me. Let's say every single feat in this game that you're actually going to get is all 1-stars. So you're getting all 1-stars with the, you know, 350. That's all you got. You're not going to get any more than that. You're just going to get to 350. So then you'd have 350 replays, and each feat costs 1 replay. So as you spend those replays, you end up getting that many feats. So now you have 350 feats cleared out. Now remember that the 1-star is worth 10 points each. So 350 feats turn into 3,500 feat points. Sounds good, right? Well, let me break it down again. Now remember, every 100 feat points is 1 skill point. So then that 3,500 gets divided by 100, which gives you 35 skill points. Yep, 35 skill points. $10 equals 35 skill points. Sounds kind of, right? Alright, well, let's do it again. Let's go over it. Alright, so you're at the 350 again, right? Starting back over. 350, $10, right? Let's say you're only going to buy the 5-star. Only the 5-star. So, you know, 5 stars, 50 points. So a lot more, right? Okay, so let's just say you're going to just buy all of them. You're not going over to 350, though. That's all you got. Okay, so, with that being said, you're going to spend the whole 350. So how many 3 stars could you get out of the 350? Well, let's see. 350 divided by 5, because it's 5 replays. So then 35 replays divided by 5 replays will give us 70. 70 feats. 70 feats. Now remember, each feat is 50 points. So now it's 70 times 50. 70 times 50, which gives us 3,500 feat points. So we're back up to our number again. And as you know, 100 feat points is 1 skill point. So once again, now we got 3,500 divided by 100, which gives us 35 skill points. So we're back at $10 equals 35 skill points. Now that equals out evenly because you guys remember that the 1-star and the 3-star go into each other evenly. You know, 5 1-stars equals to 1 3-star. The 2-star is different, as we all know. So let me break that down as quickly as possible. Well, at least I hope so. At least from a financial standpoint, it's different. Feat points wise, it's the same, but financially, you know, the badge wise, it's different. Anyway, start back over again. We only have 350, you know, $10. That's it. Just $10, 350, not going over it. So, now we have 350 replays, and all the feats we're going to buy are all 2-star, which are 3 replay badges, you know, 25 points. Okay, so let's do it. 350 replay badges. We're then going to divide that by 3 because that's all we're getting as a 2-star, which is about 3 replays, which gives us not a complete number. It's a fraction. Unfortunately, you know, we can't ever have more. You can't just appear to have more. You can't round upwards. That would be more. You can't do that. You got to round down. So we're going to say 116. So now we have 116 feats. Now remember that the 2-star is worth 25 points. So 116 times 25. That gives us 2,900 feat points. And once again, for every 100 feat points, you earn a skill point. So 2,900 divided by 100 gives us 29 skill points. Just 29 skill points. Remember how I said it didn't equal out? Now remember that if we bought all 1-stars, we got 35, and if we bought all 5-stars, we got 35 still. But when it comes to the 2-star, we're only getting 29. We lost 6 skill points when we bought that. Now that's not really the biggest problem with this. The biggest problem is as follows. The fact that we still have to buy everything else. So $10 only gets you at least, I want to say at least 29 if you're getting just a 2-star. At least 29 feats, depending on how you spend them. At least 29 feats. And if you have anywhere over, you know, 200, you know, let's not even talk about 300. If you have anywhere over 200, how many badges are you going to buy? How many times are you going to spend $10? Over and over and over. You see, we're talking to money now, you know? We're talking to some money. Now, for a while, that I wasn't worried about it. But the more you think about it and the more characters you make, like, I got a lot of characters, so, you know, it's like, damn. After a while, you kind of realize, like, man, I spent a whole bunch of money. Jesus. Which is true. I'm even thinking about it right now. I'm doing this video. Like, damn. And the whole time I'm thinking, I didn't even buy stuff correctly either. And I'm not even talking about what I showed you guys already. There's some stuff that I'm going to show you in a couple seconds. Hi. I think we all know this area, but never mind that. Yes, I'm still over here. I never left it. Anyway. There are certain feats in the game that you get just from completing other feats. Like, you don't even have to buy them. And that's something that a lot of people look over, myself included. Like, I just buy up everything without thinking. And I end up wasting replay badges when I would have got it for free. For instance, this right here is the team up checkup list for villains. Once you buy all the villain, or, you know, get all the villain team ups, this feat will automatically unlock. So, watch this. I'm going to get this feat. I'm going to get that feat. I'm going to get this feat. And let's check on the list real quick. When I click on it, you'll see that I have 3 out of 4. So I just need to get one last one, Lufer and Zod. And now watch, when I click on this, I'll get 2 feats, not 1. That's the Lufer and Zod. And then here is the checklist for team-ups. Now, if you're just going down here just hitting buttons randomly, you're going to actually spin replays on feats that you would have got regularly if you just, you know, did your thing. Now, as you can see, I already have the hero ones, except for this team up right here. So when I buy that, I'm going to get 2 feats, not 1. And there's the second feat, the other team up for hero checklist. As you can see, there are certain feats you just don't have to buy. Now, this mostly goes for Legends PvE, but this also goes for seasonal. And a lot of other things, too, such as styles or... Well, I think I'll just stop there. There's so many things that open up, and you gotta be really careful about what you're doing. For instance, look at these. All of these are complete certain feats, and this feat unlocks. So, on this page, I would never, ever, ever... And this is just the seasonal, general stuff. I would never ever buy anything on this page, ever whatsoever. Because it's automatically going to unlock. You're wasting your replays. You are wasting your replays. Especially if you're going to actually clear out all the feats anyway. Why pay for something when you're going to get it for free? Like, instantly for free, not like you have to wait. Okay, for instance, right here. Now, if we just buy the feats or the checklist items that are associated with the feats on the general seasonal page, we'll be awarded that general feat. So, there's no reason to go back to general page and buy that. We're just going to buy it all here. So, remember what it said on the general page? Oh, here, actually, let's choose a good one. This one has a collection with it, so we're not going to do that. Let's choose one without a collection. Because, yeah, looking through this, it's not up there. So let's choose one without a collection. You know what? That one's coming up, nah. That's good. Winter is coming. See those items? We're going to buy those 5 and get this feat without us buying this feat. So it's going to be awarded to us automatically. That's what I mean. Sometimes you got to be a little bit careful about what you actually buy. Okay, so let's see. What's on the list? There they go. That's one. That's another one. Let's go to the list. Okay, let's see. That's one. That's one. And now for the last one. Actually, let's make it a little check real quick. Okay, see, Santa's little helper. That's the last one we need. Alright, so we should get 2 feats now, right? There goes the feat we just bought. And here goes the second feat. Winter is coming. Okay, see the main page? Boom. Awarded to us automatically. So, we do not, I repeat, we do not need to be buying any feats on the main seasonal page. Go into the actual categories and get stuff. When it comes to the main seasonal page, and I do this a lot. I do this a lot myself, so I'm not just saying this to you guys. I'm saying it to myself. Because, yeah, sometimes you're just spending feats and you don't think. You could save a lot of money just by reading what you're doing. So, yeah, I hope this helps you guys out to be a little bit more conscientious, or a little bit more just conscious when you spin replay badges to get skill points, or to get feats. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video, and see you later.